They can't even bring a waistline to the relationship. She can't even bring a proper neck to the relationship, but she feel like a man's supposed to spend money.
Got him! Get to the chopper! Coffee is not a date. Now, here's my take, and don't tussle in the comments because I tussle back. One, is she was able to buy her own coffee in addition to other things. When we go to a coffee shop, we're typically there for a break and to catch up on some work. That's it. We're not there to chit chat. What I realize is a lot of us don't know how to date. And so when someone sets a boundary, we get offended. When someone has a standard, we have to go and explain to them why that standard doesn't make sense. Now, I want you to really think about this, because a lot of people in the comments, especially the men, were calling her out of her name. And a lot of times people don't know how to focus on the focus. And that's another topic for another day. For the people who saying that a coffee shop is a date and she set her standards high, here's the deal. You need to do an inventory of yourself. Why are my standards so low? Because I'm telling you now, you go on a date at a coffee shop, it's only going to go lower, especially if you're dating someone who feels like you're after their money and they don't have a lot of money. Because the people who have money and that are working and they have investment accounts and all of these other things, they're not thinking that this $10 or $15 spent at a coffee shop is going to be some amazing dates and I'm going to, know where we're going after this. So coffee is not a date. Learn how to date. Learn what it is that you like. And then what's the reason that you are trying to go on a date? Because you guys were upset in her comments and it really don't make sense, because none of you were the person who asked her on the coffee date. Very strange.
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
Y'all, it's laughable at this point, because are we serious right now? Are we serious right now? One thing I want to point out, y'all notice this car seat in the back? Notice she got a car seat in the back. So not only is she significantly over her calorie intake,
Oh my God!
it's safe to say that she's a baby mama. But give it a minute though, y'all. We're going to take a deep dive on her TikTok page. Now, for context, she was talking about this video.
A man asked me for coffee today after work, and I politely told him no, and then brought myself to McAllister's, where I got this croissant, this grilled chicken sandwich, and an entire bowl of broccoli cheddar soup and a Dr. Pepper for under $25. Now, I'm not going to argue with you about how you like to date, just like I don't want you to argue with me about how I like to date. But coffee is never going to be an option for me. And just like I respect your choice to coffee, respect mine to not coffee.
It's laughable that we have these big old mampis acting as if they have a lot of options to be turning down dates. Like, y'all remember back in the days when if you're not as attractive, or if you're lacking in some areas, like the scale is too high, or you cannot humble yourself a bit and you take where you can get to while you work on becoming the better version of yourself. But we have these big old sea monsters talking about how coffee dates is not enough. Are we serious right now?
Come on, man. You don't know better than that as a cool person. Come on, man.
So this one's logic, talking about how a coffee shop is where you go to get some work done. So how about you not get work done the day of the date? As if there is some restriction on what you can do in a coffee shop. Sometimes, I swear, they come on just to talk. Because it makes absolutely no sense. The argument of a coffee shop is where you go get work done, as if you can't do anything else in a coffee shop, as if you can't go to a coffee shop to get coffee and have a conversation, catch up with a friend. The amount of times I've met up with friends at coffee shop. Hey, let's chit chat. Haven't seen you in a while. Let's sit here and chat real quick. But that exposes why they go on dates. These women are not looking for a genuine connection. They're just looking at what they can get out of you. How can they benefit? And because they know, say, nobody not going to be calling a sea monster for a second date. And they know that coffee shops tend to be a little restrictive on the food that they serve. So they won't be able to fill their high calorie. They won't be able to fill their caloric intake at a coffee shop. You have to take them to dinner. You have to get them a sufficient meal. Because to me, it's the whole audacity of it all. It's the whole audacity for you to be coming on the dating market this unqualified, but thinking that you have enough options to turn down dates, to look down on date ideas.
Man, this is some bullshit.
As I said, anything can be a date if you're really checking for that person. Men, if she is really checking for you, anything you can suggest. Hey, let's go grocery shopping. Hey, let's go walk in the park. Hey, I'm gonna go walk my dog. You wanna come? Literally. Anything you gonna suggest, she is going to want to hop on. Why? Because she is checking for you. Stop letting these people fool you, especially these big old dirty mampies. I would put my next paycheck on it that nobody's not asking this woman for no date nowhere. Her and the other one. Nobody not asking them to date nowhere, much less on no coffee date.
No.
Let's take a deep dive on her TikTok page. All right, so Angela 40 plus and loving it. Chicago 40 plus, inspiration and influence. Email address is there. As I said, we can see the car seat in the back, so we know she is a baby mama. Let's take a listen.
Question: is your accent obvious to you? Now I'm from Chicago, and I remember somebody saying, "Oh, y'all got an accent." We was literally in North Chicago, and I was like, "That makes no sense." And it took me a while to even realize that I said "car" and nobody else says it. I used to hide from the facts on how, so I will overcorrect because
look at her arms, y'all. Look at her arms. This lady is significantly overweight. This lady is huge. This lady is big, but she's over here having the nerve to talk about how coffee is not a date. Look at her talking about breakfast ideas.
For breakfast that has a lot of protein,
the gym,
but it's not an egg. So
Jim, what are we eating for breakfast? Jim. All jokes aside, not to body shame her as they say or anything like that, but come on. Oh, it looks like she is a mom.
You can literally promote going live and it'll help you to make money. Let me show you how to do it. When you're about to post your video, go ahead to where it says press add link. From there, you want to say go live. Under the go live menu, it gives you two options. You're going to...
Yeah, we're not listening to that. It looks as though she is a mom of at least 2. The car seat in the back indicates that she has a toddler. That's a toddler for a car seat, right? Look at her. If she was to put half of the energy in declaring that coffee is not a date, if she took that energy and put it in the gym, I can guarantee you she wouldn't be this big. I can guarantee you she wouldn't have to be struggling to sit in the front seat of her vehicle. Now, let's read the comments. I took someone on a high school soccer game on a first day, then a short ride along, and she loved it. Ideas of dates. As I said earlier, if she's checking for you, you can take her to walk your dog, and she will appreciate it. But you see these entitled broads? They feel as though they're entitled, they're obligated to men spending money on them when they can't even bring a small waist. They can't even bring a waistline to the relationship. She can't even bring a proper neck to the relationship, but she feels like a man's supposed to spend money.
Oh my God.
Listen, if someone invites you out on a coffee, it's for a conversation. Exactly, it's for a conversation. It's to get to know the person. That exposes that these women aren't genuinely dating. They're only dating to see what they can get out of a man, but not to build a relationship, not to build a connection and see where that can lead to. Because a coffee is a perfect opportunity to have certain conversations with the person to see if you're even worth my time or not. But because these women, these big back broad mampies, know that no man is not going to check them for no second date, because after the first date he gonna realize, oh snap, I have been significantly catfish. So they know they're not going to get a second date. That's why they cannot agree to coffee, because they need to get as much out of him on that initial meetup. You see, people who are confident on the dating market, who are confident that not only this man is going to ask for a second date, but he's going to want a third, a fourth, a fifth, and let's continue. We can go on coffee dates. Absolutely. Coffee, yes, I want my caramel frappuccino, extra caramel, and my cheese Danish. Of course. I don't do coffee dates at all. My first date with one partner was a 3-day trip to Jacksonville to take me to the orchestra. Come on now, you trying to get kidnapped. She commented to that and said, yeah, no, that's a date. Are we serious? This is a Disney World fairy tale delusional mindset. You mean to tell me, sir, the first date's supposed to be a 3-day trip? I haven't seen a cute woman make a coffee date video yet. It's not about standards or preference. It's about intention. If a person has pure intention of getting to know you, pardon me, a coffee date should be acceptable. But if the intention is to have a night out, then a coffee date isn't acceptable, because the intention isn't going to get to know them, but about an experience. She responded saying, you can intend what you want. If my preference is not a coffee shop, then I'm just probably not the person for you. Not the person you want to get to know, because I'm probably not going to meet you there. Okay, but remember in the video when she was like, when she said you set the bar low if you accept a coffee date, and it's only going to get lower and lower. Because come on now, all jokes aside, let's be 100% real. How many dates you think this girl is getting? How many date requests you think this one is getting right now?
What is it?
And that's why I said TikTok allow them to come on and be delusional and talk out their ass. And she has over 29K likes. The video that she made.
Coffee is not a date. Now here's my take, and don't tussle in the comments, because I tussle back.
It has 56 likes. I think this is her.
Coffee is not a date. Now,
of her being just ridiculous.
Coffee is not a date. Now here's my take, and don't tussle in the comments, because I tussle.
But this is the dating market, y'all. This is what men have to deal with, and this is why I'm like, oh my god.
Get to the chopper!
Because you have these below average women who don't even want to spend time to better themselves, to look physically appealing on the dating market, to bring something, to at least bring good looks to the table. Because not even that she can bring. She can't even bring looks. As I said, she can't even bring a waistline to the table. But saying that coffee date is not a date and the bar is set low if you're going to accept coffee dates, as if
That don't make no sense.
they look at women like myself and other women who, can think logically and who will accept a coffee date and who can think long term and know that, okay, if we're going on a coffee date, it's so we don't waste neither of our time. We get to know each other and see if this can progress to another more intimate date. They look at us like, oh, we're insecure and we have no self-love. When we're in the gym 4 to 5 days out of the week, we're the ones with no self-love. Meanwhile, you're asking, oh, what are you guys eating for breakfast? The gym, fasted cardio, 20 minutes of fasted cardio every morning. That is what we're eating for breakfast. But y'all, the ghetto. If you missed the video, the last one of the woman and talking about, oh, she not going coffee date, we did a deep dive into her TikTok, so go check it out here. I will see you guys in the next video. Men,
Get to the chopper!
because it is the ghetto out here. Save yourselves, black men.